Austin asks, Gary, in episode 63, you say you watch and can tell if people are hustling. How do you tell? Engagement, frequency, or gut?
Austin, this is a great question. I love the recall to that long time ago episode number 63. Yeah, I mean, this is how I do it. And it's funny, I'm in love with this answer. And like, you know, it's funny. By the way, I'm giving you a pre-alert that I think the answers on this show are gonna be really good. I feel up for today's answer, and I'm gonna go even deeper. I remember why I started this show, which is, can I go deeper on all my quotes for my fans? I'm gonna challenge myself in this episode to go deeper, both in the tactical aspects and the theoretical aspects. And what I mean by that, cloud and dirt, by the way, what I mean by that is, how do I figure that out is very simple. It starts with the fact that I put in work. So when I go look at your Twitter account and your Instagram account, I will actually click your posts. I will actually look at all your posts. I go to everybody's, if you go to a Twitter account, you can hit their profile and then you can say view all with replies, right? So if you go on my account, twitter.com/GaryVee, you'll see all my non-reply tweets and you'll be like, oh, Gary's pushing out a lot of stuff. But if you click with replies, all of a sudden you get a much deeper picture into what I'm actually doing on Twitter, which is I'm engaging at scale with my community. So when I get pissed at all of you, one of the things I'm looking at is I'm like, oh, look at all these 15 people that I just spent the last 35 minutes looking at. When I click their Twitter account because they just engaged with me, I'm double checking, so I just click very quickly, usually on my phone. Okay, cool, you say hello? I mean, let's do one right now. Real time, baby. Let's do one right now. Very simple. This is gonna be interesting. Somebody's about to get really called out, right? So you open a Twitter app, right? And I go to my notifications, and I don't know what you're gonna get here, D-Rock, do your best, but I'll look and I'll be like, you know, social media twit, right? Well, you know, social media TWTR, this dude, right? He says I asked, how long have you been following me? A lot of you answered, thank you, by the way, right? So I'll click in and I'll look at him and I'll say, okay, 1,080, and then I'll look at what he's actually doing and I see he does a lot of retweeting. Okay, that's interesting to me, right? He's doing a ton of retweeting because that's his account. So that gives me a sense of what he's doing. I'm gonna skip ahead because he's kind of playing that game. Now, Kristen will say, great point by GaryVee. Thanks, Kristen. And I'll go into here, I'll see she has 7,000 followers, that'll give me some information, and then I start looking at what she's doing, and then she's engaging, here she's retweeting, she's hitting that person up. I love this, hey, saying to somebody they love the new profile picture. This is starting to give me a sense, and actually, Christine, let's give her some daps. Can you zoom in top right corner? Are you able to do something there to give her some daps so she gets some peep love? Yep. You know, so she's doing a good solid amount of engaging. She's doing some nice solid retweeting. She's actually really engaging. Oh crap, like I don't know why I didn't want to curse there. If you look now, go over here, D-Rock, this is very faint, but you can see that. Bring it up, sure. Yep. All the way on the right where it says 1 hour, 2 hours. Can you see that on the right here? It's very small, but what I'm seeing is that this is all happening in the last 2 hours, a lot, heavy engagement. She's crushing the engagement there. So then the next thing I'll do, this is work. Like if anybody understands, like how do I know? Because I'm putting in the work. Next thing I do is I hit her URL on her Twitter account, which is radical.social, right? And then this pops up. And now I'm looking at this. Is this her blog? Is this where she works? I don't know yet, but here we're about to look, okay? Now I'm looking. And I'm like, do you know? There are tons, and I'm like, what is this? I'm trying to figure it out. And sometimes if I don't figure it out quickly, I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm out. Looks like her blog. Like, talk to me. Like, you know, like this is hitting up Chris. Anyway, so these are the things I'm doing. I'm analyzing, right? I'm looking at the other things you do. If I was looking in my Instagram, I'd look at the pictures. What does that person put out? And what I'm seeing, my friends, and the reason I called out so many people is one, I'm seeing the far majority of people only in the right hook business, right? Thanks to Christine here, I'm in a good mood because she's jabbing the shit out of it, right? So that's great. But then there's other things. Is she throwing right hooks? Is she trying to drive people because the right hook is part of the jab, 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 right hook, which is the overall thesis. Put out great content, create value up front, convert it into business. And so when I see people, and I see a lot of you asking the same questions about your coffee business, your catering business, all this, I'm trying to see if you're doing that mix. Are you only right hooking? Are you only jabbing? Are you driving people successfully? Is your website responsive because it's a mobile world? These are I do this. As you can see, that alone, I'm not even done with Christine auditing. That alone is 5, 7, 9 minutes. That's insanity in a world where I'm so busy, but that is the reason so many of you follow me. I truly believe that. I believe in this karma, Zen kind of aspect to it, that I'm capable of giving great answers on this show because I know you way better than you think. In a world where every one of my contemporaries that's at my level, whatever that is, thinks that the last 3 minutes of this show, the things that I do, with my time in a world where in my inbox, I mean, let's break this down. Let's understand what I'm talking about. In a world where I've got all these emails right now, and like going back, and so I hope some of my clients are gonna get upset here, I think, but like, here's a very important email from John, the lead developer at Wine Library, about a new program that we're about to launch on winelibrary.com from Friday. Not answered yet, right? Because I'm looking at Christine's Twitter account. Nobody, no business person thinks that's the right move. None. And so I think if you want to pop, if you want to be an anomaly, you've got to act like one.